It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment. The long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
Hi, I'm Rashida Jones, and you're watching Sidewalks, the entertainment project.
Do you know what I like best about this place?
What, apart from the free glacé cherries?
Apart from the free glacé cherries, the fact that they still insist upon my little sister dressing up like a Tongan concubine.
Oh, they don't insist. And I prefer Polynesian call girl. So talk me through headbutting your new boss.
Well, actually, she might have headbutted me, but our lanyards tangled. There was a struggle. You know, our heads went forward. There was a clash. Wallop.
Sounds like she made quite an impression.
No, not this again.
Oh, come on, Bruce. You haven't even mentioned a girl since, what, the early 90s?
Stand down, Samantha, please. She is not of my world.
Oh, what world is that? The world of not even trying?
Yeah, indeed. Third planet. She is beautiful, way out of my league. And also my boss. So knock it on the
Oh,
head.
that well-known place. Is that right next to Precious Comfort Zone? The place you've never even stepped out of, ever. All I'm saying is that if you really like something, you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to reach out and grab it.
The cherries are not that delicious.
Oh, I'm not talking about the cherries, Bruce.
Hi everyone, welcome to Sidewalks. Here with me is actor, producer, and salsa dancer Nick Frost. Welcome.
Hello.
To Sidewalks, Nick Frost.
Triple threat.
Yeah, you are. You've been with us before. We actually talked to you about The World's End.
Yeah, that
So-
was like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long at all.
Pretty recent. We love having you here.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, I'm really, really happy about this film. I had a blast watching
Good.
it. I'm obviously Latina, and I love salsa. I feel like it's in our blood,
Yeah.
out of the womb. So can you tell me?
Can we not say womb?
That doesn't sound right, right?
Let's not say womb.
But I wanted to ask you about how did you come up with this idea of being a salsa dancer in Cuban Fury?
Well, I think it was a kind of catharsis that I had to do something completely different, than anything I'd done before. And I think I'd always harboured a secret. And that secret was I kind of wanted to be a dancer and I wanted to do a dance film. And it seemed ridiculous to me. And I had the idea for years and never told anyone.
Wow.
And every now and again the idea would knock on my door and I'd have to drive it back into the woods with a pitchfork because I didn't want to admit that maybe it was a good idea, you know.
Yeah.
And then about 2.5, 3 years ago, one night I came in from a party a bit drunk and pitched the whole idea on an email to Naira, my producer, and sent it to her at like 2:30 in the morning, and then kind of fell into bed with all my clothes on, and I woke up the next morning with that vague unease that you think you feel like you've French kissed an aunt, you know. And then I looked in my inbox and there was a message from Naira saying, "Hey, this is an amazing idea. Let's do it."
So the best ideas happen at 2 o'clock in the morning, though.
Yeah, I felt like I'd been caught, and I felt like secretly I'd always wanted to be caught, you know.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That was me. I was a salsa dancer.
I mean, have you had any prior dance experience before doing this, like besides salsa dancing?
No, not at all. I'd never danced in hold, as we say in the dance world. No, for me, dancing is, you know, I'm a house music fan, so there's a lot of fist pumping.
Oh, like
And it's, yeah, essentially it's
break
kind of...
dancing?
No, I used to be in a crew called Octopus,
No way.
and we were called Octopus because there were 8 of us, and I was the beatbox specialist.
No. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's your next film, I think.
Beatbox Fury.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go twerking Fury next, and then I might do
That's
beatbox.
awesome.
But no, I mean, I like dancing. I've always liked dancing, but I'd never danced. I mean, I trained for 7 months to do this thing.
I saw a blog about that.
7 hours a day, every day for 7 months. And one of the hardest things was learning to touch a woman. As a reserved Englishman, you know, there's suddenly a 22-year-old firecracker from Madrid saying, you know, you have to hold it. And it...
Touch me.
Oh, good Lord. Lots of me clearing my throat constantly and kind of feeling afraid of it, you know.
Yeah.
We don't do that in where I'm from. You don't dance like that.
Right.
And that was a big hill to overcome, you know, and the fact that it's about that. That's
Yeah.
the connection, you know.
Yeah, and I love that you totally embrace the Latin culture
Yeah.
and the love of salsa in
I
this.
think they embraced me, to be fair.
They did.
I think as soon as the London Latinos realised that I was not out to make a pastiche of a salsa movie, that it was a homage to Latin culture,
Yeah, right on.
specifically Latin culture in London, and those beautiful travellers that come and live in my city, and you never see them, and you don't even know they're there, and then you go to a club and there's 500 beautiful Puerto Rican men and Cuban girls and
Yeah.
Mexicans and Dominican Republic, and you think, where do you
Where did they come from?
where do you live, And I think once they realised that I was on their side and I was going to work very hard to make sure that
Yeah.
they were represented, they could not do enough to help.
Yeah, and you did a lot of extensive preparation for this role.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, was there moments where you're like, "What the hell am I doing?"
Hour one, day one, week one.
Yeah.
I think, because it's you dance in a mirrored box essentially, and I think trying to do a basic salsa step
Yeah.
with two guys, a guy and a girl, Richard and Susanna. Susanna's one of the best dancers in the world. Richard choreographs Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And their movement and the fact, she's 42 and she's been dancing since she was 5.
Yeah.
And she's forgotten more stuff than you could ever learn, essentially. And then there's me, standing next to them, looking like a big bear, like a big gorilla, essentially.
Well, you had luckily.
Dry humping the out of Latino culture. It's very difficult to go on from that point. You have to really dig deep to come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, at least you had some lovely music. You had Benny Moré. I mean, that's like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
singers.
we've got so much good music on this.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
there's a British DJ called Giles Peterson who's a big he's into the scene pretty heavily. So
Yeah.
I think there was talk too, because the problem you have with trying to use Cuban music from the 60s is no one knows who owns it,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So the way you get around that is by re-recording it, and I think you make it slightly different.
Yeah.
And there was that kind of talk, hey, they're going to fly you to Havana, you're going to get like an all-stars crew together, and you're going to re-record It never happened.
Right.
I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Whoa.
Wow, I
Sorry.
am so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I've got tangle here. Let me try and get this. Ow!
Ow.
Ow! Again, I'm sorry. Are you all right?
Where am I? Am I in England? No, I'm fine. Fine. Maybe we should get these untangled. Bruce Garrett.
Bruce Garrett, that's me, and Julio, Matthew.
They printed it wrong, but I like it, so I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, no, you should. I think it suits you. It's Latin flavoured. I just want you to know I wasn't trying to escape your party.
Oh, no, me neither. I mean, why would anybody want to leave that amazing party?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Well, a pickle. The 3D jigsaw.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Bruce.
Likewise. Julio.
And I really loved Bejon, the character that you played with, and Rashida Jones
Yeah.
and Chris O'Dowd all did awesome jobs. And can you talk about
Yeah,
working
I
with
mean,
them?
I just think we were very lucky in that John Brown, who was the screenwriter, wrote a lovely script, and I knew all these guys, so I was kind of lucky that I could go to them personally to say, we'd really like you to be in the film. And I met Rashida one afternoon for lunch, and I was saying to someone that lunch then became afternoon drinks, which then became dinner and more drinks, and you realise suddenly that you had connected with someone, and it's a very special, rare thing, I think, that connection. And if you
Right.
can kind of get 10% of that up on screen, then
Right.
you're in a kind of good place, because a lot of films, there is no chemistry,
Yeah.
So we were quite lucky. I'd known Chris for 8 or so years, and we'd done stuff together before, and I just wanted him to be the villain. He's such a perfect. And in terms of comedic kind of throws, him being very tall and slender, and me being short and stocky, it's
It's a good match.
physically it's fun to look at too. You know, it's a kind of classic combo.
Well, apparently I'm out of time, but I wanted to ask one more question because
Okay.
I wish I could hang out with you all day. Would you ever consider, now that you're official salsetto,
Yeah.
going on Dancing with the Stars?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I like watching it, and I think I don't have much joy in my life. And sitting down on a Saturday with my mother-in-law and my baby, eating a curry, watching some other actor, you know, ruin a cha-cha-cha. That's fun for me, and I don't think I don't not want that in my life.
You would have totally rocked it, so
Yeah,
you would win.
We'll never say never. Well, maybe when my acting career kind of dries up, I might need that lifeline.
Sweet. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
ma'am.
Nick. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see your next film.
Working Fury.
Yeah, working.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.